Hello, students. You're going to be asked to take this survey by your teachers through a link, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it. The first thing I want you to do is either fifth or sixth grade, it doesn't matter. You're going to click on elementary students. Then you go click down here and you find Garden City. Click on that. Once you have that selected and Garden City, you're going to start your questionnaire. Okay, it says, for these questions, we'll be using the phrase learning at home. This means the schoolwork you are completing while schools are closed. Your answers are anonymous, which means nobody is going to know who is saying that it's you saying anything. And it will help our district understand how we can support you. So based on how you answer these questions, we're going to get some information and we can make changes to make sure that you are being helped as best as possible. I do want to point out here, I'm seeing that there is a language little icon down or menu thing up in the corner. So if you're doing this with your parents, which you know what, probably would be an okay thing for you to do, have them read it to you if that helps you. There is an option for Spanish, so it would look like that. However, I think you all know my Spanish is not the best, so I'm going to stick with the English. Once you have chosen what language you want to read this in, you are going to hit launch, which means start. Now, I hope you can get this question right. Actually, there's no right or wrong answers on a survey. It's just questions like it wants to know what your opinion is. So for this, I am going to pretend I'm a fifth grader. And it says, is English the language you usually speak at home? Now, remember, during remote learning, so since March 13th, are you usually speaking English at home? Are you speaking another language at home? From when I've been having my Google Meets with most of you, I know that most of you are now going back to Spanish or maybe Yoruba, if that was one of your languages. But also maybe talking to siblings in English a little bit. But I really want you to think of overall when you're talking to your little brothers or sisters, your parents, your grandparents, what language are you speaking? And so are you most of the time doing English? Click yes. If you're not doing English, click no. And please be honest with this because this is something that's really going to help us later getting you help to make sure that you're learning English and getting all the supports you need. So for this, since I know most of the kids have not been speaking English, I'm going to click no. How are you working on your school assignments and classwork? And you can select all. So if you have your own thing at home, like an iPad, a tablet, or a Chromebook or a laptop, you can mark that. A cell phone, a school-provided device, so those would be our school Chromebooks, or a paper packet. I'm seeing a lot of kids using their school-provided device, and then I've also had kids get in contact with me through a cell phone, so I'm going to click both of those. Can you access the internet for learning at home? That means, do you have internet? Yes, all the time. No, none of the time, or sometimes. I'm going to click sometimes. That means maybe you have Wi-Fi or some kind of internet service, but it's not always the best. Or you need to share the internet with maybe lots of brothers and sisters, and so you can't always get to it when you need it. Do you have enough access to a device to complete your classwork while learning at home? That means we know that some kids are sharing their Chromebooks. Like maybe there is a sixth grader and you have a second grade brother and you're sharing your Chromebook so they can get that work done. Sorry, my dog is being annoying here. So this question is really asking, do you have enough time with your computer to get your work done? always, usually, sometimes, or never. I'm going to go with usually, just because we know sometimes it's not that great. Please be honest with this question. I even had to answer this question. I have a quiet workspace. Always, usually, sometimes, never. If you never have a quiet workspace, that's okay. Just let us know, okay? That means there's no place where you can go where it's completely quiet. I've had some kids who go into their bathroom or their closet, or if they share a room with their sister, they take turns. Sister 1 gets it from 10 to 11, and sister 2 gets it from 11 to 12. They take turns. So I'm going to pick sometimes for this. My school gives me a schedule to follow for learning at home. Now, you might be a little confused with the word schedule, but that is our office hours, those times where we're setting up Google Meets, and that is also when we are seeing posted in our Google Classrooms, and I'm trying to pull it up, because I think I just saw Mrs. Ward post it. The schedule is the agenda, where she's going over the learning for those days. So that could be always. You always know what to do and when to have it completed by. Usually, sometimes, or never. Okay, I can tell you, being on the 5th grade and 6th grade team and being on everybody's Google Classroom, I see teachers are always posting the agenda and telling you when the assignments are due, and giving you the time to do Google Meets as well. So I'm going to put always here, but however, if you feel like you need even more help with that and you don't think it's quite as much of a schedule as what you would like maybe you want from 10 to 11 to be always reading time and 2 to 3 always be math, that's okay. We need to know your opinion. So click whatever makes most sense for you. All right, this is going to be the last question with this part of the video, and then I'm going to stop and make the second portion of the video. My parent or guardian gives me a schedule to follow for learning at home. Oh, this is so hard as a parent. That means that they know that, so when you wake up in the morning, your parent or guardian, whoever's there with you, the adult that's there with you, is saying, you need to do this at this time. You need to do this at this time. And they're checking in with you, making sure that you know like at school, we have a schedule. We go to lunch at this time. We go to recess. We know it's not going to be a perfect schedule. Like some days it's really sunny outside and your parents want you to go out and play a little more. That's okay. We're just saying, what you need to do each day, and your parents are helping you with that. All right, that's the end of this video 1. I am going, first, make sure you answer it. Always, usually, sometimes, or never. I'm going to click sometimes for myself because, honestly, with my own children, I'm having a problem with that as well. So this is the end of the first part of the video, and then I will do the next section later.